God fucking damn it. Okay, if you hear any burping, I have really bad acid reflux, so, I'm sorry. If people have to hear that. So this video is gonna be about my reasons for not playing, War Robots Frontiers anymore. I bulk recorded a bunch of them, and there was still a high player count in the game. And then I went back to record some more, and I got 2 consecutive matches with bots, complete bot lobbies. So I'm not sure what's going on with the game. I'm fine with playing that, but I'm going to say what I said in the tutorial video. I will not ever post bot matches. This is not a PvE game. This is a PvP game. There's no sport in killing bots, and people. I hold that people firmly don't want to. They don't want to watch that. And not everybody wants to watch my videos for my opinions. I am comfortable with that. So going forward, I will either have to move back to Warframe, start going back to Destiny, or have to find something else to film. The game is fun. I enjoyed the customization. I do believe that it could be a good game. I'm not sure what's going on. I did look up if the game was dead. Just the basic YouTube videos people look at. There was not much. It does seem like there was a confusion in the branding. Also the fact that you could not access the shop to buy stuff, just like in-game currency and stuff, to be able to access different things until you went through 3 or 4 bot matches, which I think is good, is to keep people from spending money on a game they're not going to play. I think giving a new player, especially in a free-to-play game like this, access to the shop, you tend to get lost, and then you find the FOMO, the gacha has this as well, where new players start playing the game, and ones that let you have access to the full game off the bat, you get lost in the FOMO and all the banners, like, well, I need to get this, and now you don't know what half these characters do, or what most of the skills do, or just even a good character. Whereas War Robots just said, no, we're gonna make you play bot matches. You can't even build a mech until you go through the bot matches. You're gonna use what we have already made for you. Which I think is an excellent idea. And then after that you can go into it, and by then you would have figured, hey, I want to play the game, or no, it's not for me. It was sweaty, but it was fun. I wish the devs the best. I'm not going to say the game's dead, but it has no future on my channel. If I was, pulling in, if I was streaming, and people were watching it for other reasons, I don't stream, so I have to rely on thumbnails, title, and the fact people want to hear my voice in my videos. That being said, my YouTube channel is pretty much dead, so I am relying off views and tags of Twitter or X. That is how I'm getting my views. Oh, excuse me, that was terrible. One thing I do like, I'm going to touch on in the end, I'm going to try to add some observations that I have seen, on my journey through YouTube and Twitter, about Marvel Rivals. It's another free-to-play game, and, I'm just going to say it. If you're a male feminist, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Having the title male and feminist is a antithesis. You cannot be a male and a feminist. At least in Europe and America, women, I'm just going to say biological women, get enough of a benefit of the doubt. In America, if you are a male and you get divorced from a woman, or a man, you get divorced from a woman, she can get half your stuff, if not more. If you own a company, then shares, stocks, any sort of holdings. Sometimes you have to sell multiple cars. If you have a child, they will take the child away. And even if it is found that the man does nothing wrong, courts will overwhelmingly rule in the woman's favor. Because what will happen is if they don't, then they will come back, the woman will bring it back, and there are plenty of lawyers that will work pro bono. And on a side note, pro bono means for free. Also gratis means the same thing, where you bring a case before a lawyer and say, this will pay out, or do you think this will pay out? And if they think you actually have a case, a lot of them will work for free with the expectation that they will be able to get you a sum of money that will be good for both sides. Benefits, security cases, any sort of government benefits. I think the people in the military do this as well to get benefits they should have gotten from the VA. But that's just a side note. They will take your kids, they will take your house, and not only that, you will have to continue paying a majority of your paycheck every month. So men who can't seem to find a woman, don't call yourself a feminist, because it makes you less appealing to all the other normal women out there. And not to say anything against people who like soy anything, or men who like soy anything, but to look at the men who call themselves feminist, there's a demographic. I'm sorry to say it, just like there's a demographic with women who shave the side of their head, or a demographic with women who dye their hair, or men that eat soy. You know, not all men that eat soy or drink lattes are bitches, but a majority of them seem to be leaning that way. And a side note I'm also seeing is games are not just for kids. It is one of the largest industries in the world. When you see games like Marvel Rivals getting attacked for overly sexualized characters, that's what people want. That's what fucking people want. And if the argument is that kids watch it, look at the MTV Awards. Look at the pop videos that they're watching. Look at the music. Look at what's in theaters. You know, look at all the merchandise they can buy on the internet, buy off Amazon or wherever. They're fictional. It's a fictional world. No one gives a damn. And these people live in a fictional world, so they can't tell a difference. They seriously can't tell a difference. I think if they touched the whole field, they still wouldn't understand what's going on. Listen up, buddies. No woman's going to want to get with you, especially a feminist. And this is coming from someone who hasn't had sex yet. Any normal person could see that that's unappealing. You're a bootlicker. And no man or no woman wants someone in a relationship that's going to be their child. It's going to be yes ma'am, no ma'am. And I can guarantee you the people who say they do find out in a hurry that they don't. Like all the women that said they wanted to work and then found out, hey, this is shit. I don't want to, most men and most women don't want to work. Don't want to work. So, to all you soy-fed lunatics out there who call yourselves men, if you want to brand yourself with the dubious title feminist, get your nuts chopped off. Do yourself a favor, just go all the way. Just get your gender change. Get your gender change. Like, do that, because that's the only way you're going to end up with a woman. And if you really want to be with a feminist, God will give you the woman you want to be with. He doesn't give a damn if you're miserable. He doesn't give a fuck. There's someone there for everybody. And if you want a woman that's basically going to take a slice and just take your little buddies off, you're going to lose the kids in the divorce, then I hope the best for you. But when you start trying to make other people's lives miserable, if you had to actually worry about taxes or bills, if you get to sit your tiny little feminine ass behind the computer, then you wouldn't be starting problems about a game. About a video game people used to play for fun. Anyway, have a good day, and thank you for